Welcome and thank you for joining me. This practice is going to be a gentle stretch, super quick. So let's get right into it. Find a comfortable seat. It doesn't have to look like this. You can even be laying down on your back. Find a tall, extended spine wherever you are. Close the eyes. Relax the shoulders. Notice your breath. Notice where it rises and falls. Feel yourself present in this moment with an open heart and an open mind. Trying to guide the breath into the pelvis, the base of the spine. Allowing it to grow, moving up the spine. Maybe noticing the temperature of your breath on your nostrils. Noticing its calming effects. One last full breath in. Let it out. Flutter the eyes open. Right hand can plant next to your right hip. Lift the left arm up and overhead. Turn your head, look up. You're light on the right fingertips. The left fingers are spread wide. Big inhale. Exhale brings us back to center. Switch sides. Left fingertips plant. Right reaches up and over. Look up. Spread the fingers. Inhale. Exhale to center. We're going to come onto our hands and knees into tabletop position. So fingers spread wide, wrists underneath of your shoulders, knees underneath of your hips, the tops of the feet down onto the mat. We'll pass through some cat-cows. Inhale, belly drops, tailbone tips up, head looks up. Push the floor away. Exhale, round through the spine, tucking the chin close to your chest. Inhale, come forward, look up. Exhale, rounding, tucking the tail, tucking the chin. Moving with your breath. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, squeeze it in. One more. Exhale, rounding. Find a neutral spine on the inhale. Excellent. Next, you're going to turn your head towards your right hip and let your right hip and your right shoulder come closer together. Notice the opening on your left side. Inhale. Exhale to center. Switching sides. Inhale. Notice the space on the right side. Exhale back to center. We're going to come up off our wrists for a moment and just kind of rotate the wrists for a minute. So you can interlace the fingers and draw circles with the wrists or figure eights. And then kind of flicking your fingers. You can do one at a time. So pointer, middle, ring, pinky, and back. And lastly, I'll show you this one. So bring the backs of your hands together and your wrists are kind of touching at the top. Try and get your fingers to match, but doesn't matter too much. Elbows are pointing outward and try to drive your elbows downward, keeping your wrists touching. And if you want, you can kind of rotate them here. Excellent. All right. Back in our tabletop, walk your hands forward a little bit, tuck the toes under, find downward dog. Walk it out. Explore your downward dog. So bending one knee and then the other, maybe rotating the ankles, maybe bending both knees and extending. Fingers are spread wide, shoulders are strong. Take a big breath in. Long breath out. Reach your right foot up to the sky, three-legged dog. We'll hold here for one breath. On the exhale, you're going to step that foot forward to the outside edge of your right hand. Taking your time to get there. We'll drop the left knee, untuck those toes, find lizard pose. If you want to stay up on your hands just like this, that's fine. Or if you want to drop down to your forearms, you may do that as well. Whatever feels good for your body today. Wherever you are, close your eyes, have a breath. Coming up onto your hands if you're not there already. Plant the left hand just under your nose. Right arm reaches up. Twist. You can look up to your hand if you wish. Inhale. Exhale. We'll bring it back. Excellent. Walking this foot towards center. Strong in the legs. We're going to come up off our hands. Reach your hands up to the sky. Relax your shoulders out of your ears. Dropping the right hand, left arm is going to reach up and over, getting a side body stretch once again. Inhale. Exhale brings us back to center. We're going to twist next. So left arm is going to point forward. Right's going to come behind. Turn your head, look at your right hand for a challenge. Inhale. Exhale, back to center, hands overhead. Awesome. Hands can come around the front foot. We're going to slide this foot back, come back into child's pose for a moment. Relax your head down onto the mat. Relax your arms. Notice the space in your low back, the sensation in your hips. Breathing. Excellent. Reach your hands forward. We'll move our body weight forward, tuck the toes under, downward dog again. Left foot reaches up this time, reaching high into the sky. One full breath. Exhale, making your way to lizard. So that foot's going to come to the outside edge of your left hand. Dropping the right knee, find your lizard pose, just like before. Have a breath. Coming up onto the hands if you're not there already. Right hand plants, left reaches up, twist, look up. Have a breath. Exhale brings you back to center. We'll walk this foot inward. And coming up off those fingertips, reach the hands up to the sky. Relax your shoulders again. Awesome. Left arm's going to come next to your left hip. Right reaches up and over. Side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale to center. Next is a twist. Right arm reaches forward. Left's going to come behind. If you like, turn your head, look at your left hand. Inhale here. And exhale to center, arms overhead. Excellent. Hands can come back around the front foot. We'll slide this foot back and find child's pose once again. If you'd like, you can do wide-legged child's pose. So bring your knees wide, big toes are together, and sending the hips back. Reaching the hands forward once again. Body weight's going to shift forward as well. Tuck the toes under, downward dog. Go for a nice slow walk towards your hands. Notice the sensation in your hamstrings. Bending the knees as much as you need to as you get towards the front of your mat. Coming up onto the fingertips as well. Find your forward fold. Relax your head down. Knees are bent generously. Belly's touching the tops of your thighs. Head is heavy. Inhale, find halfway lift, straight legs, straight spine, 90 degrees, extending from your tailbone. Nice long spine, long neck. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Once more, inhale, halfway. Exhale, folding, warming up the hamstrings. Full breath in, reach up, rise up, all the way up to standing, hands overhead. Exhale, hands can come to your heart. Notice how you feel, notice your breath. We're going to rotate to the lengthways of our mat. Open up the legs, stepping your feet far apart. You can reach your hands out where your wrists are. Your feet should be roughly underneath of your wrists. Excellent. Hands can come to the hips. You can have a little bit of a bend in the knees if you wish. We'll come down halfway. Fingertips can find the floor in front of your nose. Inhale, right arm reaches up, look up. Exhale to center, switching sides. Inhale, left side. Exhale to center. We're going to fold all the way forward. So letting your spine roll forward. If you want to sway side to side, you may. Maybe reaching for opposite ankles, big toes. Letting your head hang heavy. Breathing into the backs of the legs, noticing how it feels. We'll bring our hands behind our back, interlace the fingers, and let your hands kind of fall towards the floor or towards the ceiling, I guess. Inhale, slowly undoing the hands. You can bring your hands to your hips again. Coming up halfway. You can walk your feet inward and we'll slowly make our way up to standing. Awesome job. Bring the feet hip width distance apart. We're going to sit all the way down, coming into a squat. Your squat, you might be on the balls of your feet, that's okay. You might be up here, that's okay. Wherever you're at, we're all in a squat together. You're gonna push your left arm against the inside of your left leg. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Find a twist. Inhale. Exhale, center, switching sides. The right arm's pushing against the right leg. Inhale, left lifts. And exhale to center. Excellent. Can drop all the way down so you're seated on the mat. Rotate so your feet are the same way as the mat. We'll rotate and come laying down on our backs. Walk your feet in close to you. Hands by your sides. We're going to flip our palms so they're face down into the mat. We're coming into bridge pose next. So inhale, push into your feet. Use your abdominals. Lift your hips up to the sky. If you'd like, you can stay here. Another option is to bring your hands together underneath, still on the mat. Interlacing the fingers and kind of pulling your shoulders inward a little bit. And lifting your hips maybe a little bit higher. Noticing your chest and the front body opening up. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering down back to the mat. You can windshield wiper the knees side to side, letting them fall to the left and then to the right. And we'll come back to center with our legs. Widen your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees fall in towards each other. And then we're going to windshield wiper our knees once again from here. So feet are just a little wider. It might feel a little different on the hips, noticing the sensations, maybe moving a little bit slower. Excellent. Coming back through center, you can walk your feet in towards one another. And lifting the feet up, we'll reach for our big toes or the outer edges of your feet, whichever you prefer. Coming into happy baby. So knees are going to fall away from one another. Feet are going to turn towards the ceiling. So they are parallel with the ceiling. And kind of driving your knees towards your shoulders. So a little bit of pressure. If you like, you can rock side to side, giving your low back a little massage. Maybe extending one leg and then the other. You can have some curiosity here. Coming back to center, we're going to bring our legs together and your shins are parallel with the ceiling now. Arms can come out to your sides like a T, and letting your knees fall to the right side. If you wish, you can turn your head to the left. And you can stay here as long as you want, really. Maybe noticing your exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. Inhale as we move through center and to the left side. Maybe turning your head to the right if you wish. On your own time, you can begin to make your way into savasana or corpse pose with your arms by your sides, palms face up, legs extended. And just be with yourself, be with this moment. Close your eyes. Allowing your inhale and exhale to return to its natural state. Feeling your body supported by your mat, by the earth. Slowly bringing your energy back to this body, observing, taking a full breath in through the nose, filling the belly with air, and letting it out through the nose. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, awakening the physical body. Rotating the ankles and the wrists. Perhaps making a fist and squeezing your toes together and extending, spreading them as wide as you can. We'll reach our hands up overhead and reach your fingers away from your toes. And slowly making our way onto your right side. Keeping the eyes closed. Again, observing your thoughts, observing your physical state. Using our left hand into the mat, slowly making our way to seated. You can keep your eyes closed. Whatever seat you chose, I'm sure is perfect for you. Find a tall spine, close your eyes. Palms can be face down on your lap. Just have a minute holding on to this state of relaxation that we have created. Holding on to this mindfulness of the breath. deep breaths from your pelvis all the way to your collarbones. When we breathe with intention, we get 7 times more oxygen brought to the cells in our body. You can bring your hands to your heart, maybe thinking of something that you're grateful for and just having a moment to express that. Fluttering the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me. From my heart to yours, Namaste.